Hello and welcome everybody into Championship Wednesday night here in the Vigilante Racing League as these drivers head on out to the track for one final time here this season, and they take on Miami Homestead, a fantastic mile-and-a-half track that is going to determine what this entire season was all up for grabs for, and we'll see who picks up the big W here tonight. So without further ado, man, let's get this party all started and rocking and rolling and get it kicked off with the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And welcome back. As always, we have to say a huge thank you to the fantastic sponsors of this Vigilante Racing League, and that will be Blue Fox Properties and Dave Mayberry. Give Dave a call at 520-850-4189 if you're looking to buy or sell your house in the Tucson, Arizona area or anywhere across the country. Dave and his 18 years of experience can help you on out in this crazy and crazier housing market. Man, I just had a house down the street from me. It literally got put up for sale, and then 3 days later the sign was gone. This housing market is absolutely nuts. So with a free consultation, be sure to get a good quality realtor today. As always, I am Alan Brown, and not only am I a champion of Michigan, I'm also a champion out on the golf course, as I am also joined by the brewmaster in general, Mr. Alan English, joining me in the booth here tonight. And Mr. English, we return to one of our favorite tracks, and a track that NASCAR totally messed up on by taking the championship race away from it, man. Miami Homestead, a fantastic venue to get things closed on out here for this season.
At least VRL's still doing it here, doing the championship race here. It's a pretty awesome opportunity to get to broadcast a race here at Miami, because it's such a neat track. There's no telling what you're going to see out there, and it's not an easy track to tame. So we're going to see that tonight. We're going to see some guys struggle, possibly, but I think a lot of these guys put in a lot of practice, knowing that this is the final race and everything. So, yeah, looking forward to it.
And that they did. Us down there on pit road, Mr. Adam Turner, joining us here with his fancy red pen and his notebook full of notes. Mr. Turner, final race of the season. We actually probably one of the calmest seasons we've had. Yeah, there was a little bit of drama, like every season there is, but for the most part, not a whole lot of anger, not a whole lot of hatred. But I got a feeling, in the final race, sometimes people might just let that finally boil over.
I mean, I hope they do, but I don't think they will. They like to come back and race here, Vigilante Racing. It's pretty tough around here. You can't be acting a fool like English and I would have been kicked out of this league a long time ago.
That's right.
They're pretty They're pretty strict with the rules, but that makes for great racing. This is I think it's probably the most well-run league we've watched and been a part of. Just smooth, flows smooth. There's good information flow, and generally, I think everybody has a good time out here, even if they get mad at somebody or whatever. So I know it's the championship tonight. I'm looking forward to what their next season's in store. We'll talk about that during the race, I guess. But yeah, Miami, awesome place, man. This track is cool. You really have to be a driver here. This isn't just turning left. You're gonna have to use your brain and save tires and fuel and all that cool stuff. 100 laps. So here's the rules tonight. 1 fast repair, 70% fuel, 4 sets of tires, 13x. You'll have a penalty, and then get another 6 more incident points. You'll have another penalty. So you don't want any of that. That's like hitting a wall or getting in a crash. And it's 71 last I checked on the track, so it's nice. Probably humid and sticky out there.
And that it probably is, as we take a look here at tonight's race info. Beautiful night racing weather here for these drivers tonight in Miami as they get everything all fired on up and ready to rumble here down on the racetrack. As we can see here, tonight's key to the race, and as always, it's the final race of the season. Just leave it all out there on the track. No sense taking any extra tires you didn't use with you. You know, don't be scared to maybe come into the pits and use that fast repair if you have it. Just, man, it's just gotta put it all out there and on the line and try to get a good finish here tonight.
Yeah, man, this is it, right? So they will be back starting their season, you know, I think next week. Are they even taking a week off? I don't
think they're taking a week off.
Rolling right into the next season. So yeah, man, leave it all out there, definitely.
Yeah, you're gonna have to, and especially for the top 4 drivers, they're gonna really have to leave it out there. The top 4, whoever places the highest, will be the champion. And I guess, Brown, who we have in the top 4?
Well, who do we have in the top 4 indeed? Well, we got Mr. Trevor Robertson with his 1 win and 7 top 5 and 9 top 10 finishes here, with an average finish of 11th here all season long, excuse me. As he gets his qualifying runs underway. And how about the ever so dominant 33 of Jess Vaught? He's out here running as well. 3 wins, 8 top 5s, and 10 top 10s, with an average finish of 6th place throughout a 16 race season. That is just showing some absolute speed out here. So looking forward to see if he can possibly pull out the victory here tonight. We also got the 88 of the Silent Assassin, Mike Adamson, out here. Couple wins on the season, 6 top 5s, 7 top 10s. He's going to try to pick up the big W here tonight. And of course, your final and 4th driver here inside of this final 4, Mr. Jeremiah Burke, finishing his qualifying run up here. 2 wins, 8 top 5s, 10 top 10s, with an average of 8th. Ooh, man, he's definitely going to be looking to hunt a win on down here tonight. And of course, I also have to say thank you to Jeremiah for finding all of that fantastic information for us.
It's like our stat guy that we don't even have to pay. Looks like the YouTube chat is lighting up already. Team Anderson is here. Edith and Kathy are here, pulling for Albert, of course. Kyle Vaught's here pulling for his pop, but he's also cheering on the other drivers as well in the championship 4. So definitely pulling for the 33 though.
Yeah, you know else we don't have to pay? The number 13, Earl Evans, the most amazing paint scheme. If you ever get a look at that,
That's
Brown.
the coolest paint I've ever seen.
Oh, AAA broadcasting all over it.
Crazy Mom 305 is also here as well, saying let's go Team Tang.
Are you talking about Earl Evans?
Yeah.
I don't think, is he running the new paint?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It is on my screen.
It's not on mine. I might need to.
Oh man.
Might need
Are
to.
you sure?
I'll refresh my trade and paints here. We'll do it one more time. It doesn't look like it's popping up for me here.
Oh, it's black and gold. And
You know what? Because my trade and paints probably isn't even open.
Oh, that might be why. Well, I mean, it'd have to be. There's some guys that are loaded. Their pants are loaded.
Yeah, well, I think it just pulls it from, one of the last sessions. Well, hopefully it hurries up and updates here. Man, I'm slacking on the job over here. Meanwhile, looks like qualifying comes on to completion, which means we can send it on down to pit road where these drivers are going to get things all started off and gridded on up with our official field rundown here. And we get to, we're getting ready to get all going here. 27 of Mr. Timothy Pope gets the top qualifying spot here tonight. He's going to have the 55 of Mr. Ricky Wittenberg starting to his outside. 64, Trevor Robertson getting a solid starting spot here tonight in third. 18, Andrew Player. He's going to try to get things kicked on off with a good hot start there in fourth. Fifth will be the 01 of Mr. Kelly Keel, having a fantastic run out there. 329, Albert Anderson as well, having a pretty solid run starting up in sixth. Seventh will be the 10 of Mr. Andrew Cawthon, starting there in seventh. 33 of Jess Vaught. He's got some work to do to try to catch on up to where Trevor Robertson is, a few spots in front of him. He's going to start here in eighth. Same thing with the 53 of Jeremiah Burke. He's going to start here in ninth. The 14 of the Dustin with a Y, Dustin Eaton, getting things kicked on off here with a top 10 start.
The 88 of Mike Adamson, winning your championship 4, is going to have to start from 11th place tonight. Right beside him, there will be Greg Klein in the 92. Dave the Gambler Mayberry in the 29 will start 13th place. 14th will be Mike Everidge in the 82. Sorry, I got a little ass reflex going. 84 of Josh Bittner will start 15th. 16th will be Chachi John Osborne in the 81. 13 of Earl Evans will be in 17th. 18th is where Mike Taylor will start in the 98. Jack Dixon in the 48. Jack the Ripper will start in 19th place. Let's see, 20th, George Rincon in the 28. 85 of Greg Dobson will start 22nd. 23rd will be David L. Kelly. And Russ Endicott will round out your field.
Ooh, saved me from doing any work. And thank you, Lori Vaught, for being race control. She controls this circus. She's the circus ringleader here. Yeah.
That indeed is. There you go, Earl. I got your paint. I'll figure it out there, buddy.
Sweet. I love that thing.
The official Harbor Freight Machine with AAA Broadcasting.
Yes. You got it. So you got it figured out there? Yeah. That's a cool paint scheme.
Timothy Pope left the pace truck back there a little bit. Gonna check up and wait for him to come back around.
He's just running the cobwebs at that thing.
Yeah, knowing him, he probably did about 2 practice laps and then said,
He's like, I just bought this track.
He's just that good, man.
Sometimes these people are. As always, we thank you all for tuning in and watching. If you would be so kind, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so that way you get alerted every single time that we go live, like we are right now as that pace truck dives on down into pit road. And here we go, championship racing. Green flag is out and away we go. Side by side, they trundle on down into turns 1 and 2. I don't know what happened with Ricky Wittenberg there. He was having a little bit of a problem trying to get stacked up here with that 27 of Pope. 33 of Jess Vaught, wasting absolutely no time trying to make his way up through this field. He's getting split 3 wide here, right down the middle between Burke and Anderson. A couple red, white, and blue cars with a green one in between, as he makes it by that 53 of Burke, trying to hunt down these drivers out in front of him. Meanwhile, 64 Trevor Robertson looking to sneak around the 27, looking down low here as, Greg Dobson having a little bit of an issue getting that truck all fired up and ready.
Yeah, man, these guys are still kind of trying to feel the track out a little bit here, I think, and find which line they want to try to run in. A lot of these guys are already moving to the high line. That's where they're liking to run right now.
And they're warming up their tires. I think after this second lap, we should be good. But they're going to start to wear fairly quickly here at the way this track is banked and shaped. It's going to take a beating on these tires.
You are exactly right there, Adam. And I know some of these drivers may even be tempted to take a 2-tire stop. And let me tell you from experience, it does not feel good.
Yeah, you really need all 4 tires every stop on this truck here at this abrasive track.
And 329
balance.
329 Anderson looking down low on the 10 of Andrew Cawthon here, making the break down the front straightaway, trying to sneak his way on up, maybe eventually get up into the top 5, where Jess Vaught's already made up 3 positions to get into that position. 29, a Hot Rod Mayberry is up a couple spots already, trying to knock on the door of a top 10. He's side by side with the 14 of Dustin Eaton right now.
Dobson letting us know over there on the YouTube chat he lost it when he hit the gas. Meatball flag, 8 minutes of repairs.
That's terrible. I wonder what happened there. And one of our 2 Canadians out here, I hope the metric system didn't hurt him out there tonight.
I don't think that was it.
It might have. They probably used to driving on the other side of the road, aren't they?
No, they drive.
They drive on the right side.
Yeah, they drive on the same side as we do.
I mean, just because they got the Queen on their money doesn't mean they drive like her.
Yeah, I've always wondered about the Queen, but okay, they're kind of like us.
God rest her soul.
God save the Queen. Well, that sucks for Dobson, really does, because he was up there having a good season, you know. So
I'm surprised.
Come back and finish out some laps.
I'm surprised he's not using that fast repair here early, as Josh Bittner in the 84 machine trying to make up a few spots here, trying to shuffle and slide. He's to the outside of the 48 of the other Canadian here, the 48 of Jack the Ripper Dixon, trying to get that high line up to speed.
I wonder if it's one of those situations where he didn't have it checked or something.
Yeah,
it's possible.
Yes. He could tell us if he's listening. But yeah, I bet that's what happened. If you don't check it and you get into the pits, it's too late. You can't fix that error once you're in the pit box. Everybody's single file. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Great minds think alike.
Kyle Vought's saying Ricky's new paint scheme is pretty fire. Ain't dead yet.
So he's got some real creative paint.
Oh man, I'm telling you. Team Tank supporters out here. Annalie Tovar out here. Papa Goat is out there pulling for the 329. Jonah Long is here saying not racing tonight, but pulling for Team Tank. Oh, okay. Yeah, Greg Dobson says he had it checked. He hoped it wasn't that bad, and he unchecked it.
Ooh,
oh, man. I've done that before. I've done that. Like, how bad can it be?
Pretty bad. My rule of thumb. Yeah, my rule of thumb is anytime I get a meatball, it's like, you probably need to use the fast repair there. But
well,
I got a missing panel.
I tend to believe the metric system was involved somehow or another.
Oh my goodness.
It really sucks for Greg out there. Hopefully he'll join back up. Do they not use the metric system up there? Do they use our system?
No, they use the metric.
But they drive on the right side.
But they drive on the right side.
That's confusing. Here we go.
Believe it or not, most of Europe also drives on the right side.
Then what's wrong with those people in England?
It's only England and Australia and New Zealand.
I saw European Vacation. They got stuck in that loop-de-loop for like hours.
Oh, they're in France by the Arc de Triomphe?
I thought it was by the... Yeah, it was somewhere. They were just in it forever.
Somewhere.
Yeah. Anyway, Ricky Wittenberg is really enjoying that high line. I've been watching his line. He's definitely staying up top. A lot of the guys are staying kind of low.
He's in tire save mode here. And, of course, Ricky, he is kind of one of the guys that has been known to be a little bit of a strategist and a little bit of a tinkerer, trying to, make sure his stuff lasts and finds his way here at the end. He's, already kind of hunting down that 01 of Kelly Kuehl just by running that outside line here. So we'll just have to wait and see how that all pans on out. Meanwhile, Timothy Pope continues to lead with the 64 of Trevor Robertson in tow here, trying to pick up some of these positions. Lieutenant Andrew Cawthon still hanging on to that back bumper of the 29 of Hot Rod Mayberry. How about a second half of the season for good old Mayberry? He's been picking up those top tens left and right.
He's been greatly improved here in the last half. Yeah, that's a good observation there. Yeah, I'll watch the 48 of Jack Dixon. He's another one of those guys that's in kind of save mode on the tires, running that really high line. He looks like he's making it work.
And meantime, you can see there the 82 average kind of running that bottom size. The 84 of Bittner comes around up on the outside lane there.
Hey, who's saving is our driver, 13 Earl Evans.
Yeah.
He's in 18th place, just hanging out by himself back there.
I
Keep
just
it
won't look
going,
at that
Earl.
car all night.
Yeah, AAA broadcasting all over the thing. Harbor Freight Tools. DEP Graphics, I think, did that. What a great job they did.
Yeah,
Cool paint scheme.
Daniel's the man, dude. He paints some great cars.
And that he did as 55 continues to chase these guys on down. He gets the pass done on the 01 of Kelly. Here comes now the 53 Jeremiah Burke trying to pick up that spot as well. So really, we got essentially 3 of the 4 top guys to watch here tonight, racing for that championship inside of this top 5. And really, it's just Mike Adamson currently there in 8th. He's been slowly making up those spots. He's currently in 8th, so he's not too far back there inside of this top 10.
Playing the long game. I like it. Being patient. Let's see. Chan the Man joining us, and ain't dead yet. Always have fine paint schemes, just as good as us Goodweiser drivers. He says he wish he could have races. He wish I could have races tonight. Did good Monday, but been super busy with new job. Love catching the broadcast. A lot of new paints for next season. Never before seen.
Yeah, I liked his post, but you butchered it. What kind of reading? What level grade did you get to? 8?
He wrote tonight as 2 words, and just the phrasing threw me off.
Well,
Shut up, Turner. Caveman, you read the next one.
I don't want to read. That's a long post.
Too long.
It's more
didn't
fun
read.
to make. It's more
Isn't that-
fun to make fun of you.
Isn't that the thing that people put on Facebook? They put TLDR on it. Too long, didn't read.
Oh, I don't know.
People
I
have
don't
long
have.
posts.
I don't have the book of faces with that Zuckerberg guy. I don't
You
care
got
for
the
that fella.
you got the Graham thing, so you got the other one. It's just the same.
I hate them all. Greg Klein out there trading positions, I think.
Yeah, with the 14 of Dustin Eaton a little bit there. You can see in the background, 81, Jonathan Osborne. Chachi trying to get a pass here on the 14 machine as well. Meanwhile, kind of up there, we were seeing a good fight between Ricky and Jess. And, I mean, just another good thing to note. You know, Ricky, he's not... Let's put it this way. None of these guys are slow. Right, none of them are slow. Every one of them. Oh, as the 81 and the 14 get tied on up against that outside wall. Looked like the 81 was doing some side scraping there a little bit, but back to what I was saying. Ricky is not a slow guy by any means. He hangs right around kind of like that top 10 mark, right around 12th to 8th for a lot of these races. So really good to see Ricky. He's fighting pretty hard here tonight, looking very, very fast.
Ricky's never been no slouch, man. Don't get me wrong, but it's we hadn't seen him up running, top 3s, top 5s, very much. He did pick up a win. Was that last season or beginning of this season? It was last season. He picked up a win.
Yeah,
On
he's a good
strategy.
driver, and I
Good
think
driver.
some of the guys may pay attention to his line because he seems to be the only one sticking to that top line, at least up front.
Oh, yeah, ever since that green flag dropped, he has not left that high side. And I mean, in real life NASCAR, that's where those guys hang on out right up against that outside wall, whether it's in the corner or down the straightaways here. It's just how this track runs, and where drivers pick up the most speed. I mean, most of the time at some of these tracks, you'll see drivers, kind of apex the corners or maybe even diamond them, but get down low, make the track as short as possible. But here tonight, I guess the fastest way around is going to be up there against that outside wall as Albert Anderson and Kelly Keel start trading positions here. Jeremiah Burke and Jess Vaught in a pretty good battle here. The 18 Andrew Player side by side with the 88 of Mike Adamson as well. 21 laps into this 100 lap race. Again, we will have a stage break right around the completion of lap number 50. So, who knows? Maybe some of these guys aren't giving it all they got right now. Maybe they're trying to do a little bit of strategy, save an extra set of tires for just in case something late happens.
There you go. Yeah, talking about running the high line, that only works in NASCAR if you're like only a couple of inches off that outside wall. I think iRacing might be a little bit more forgiving, as these guys aren't running like sitting on the wall. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it would be
They're
tough.
running a few feet
In
off.
iRacing, though, it would be super tough to just be, 3 inches from the wall. You don't have the total feel of the car like you do in NASCAR and
Sure, yeah. You're
all
not
that.
trained.
But,
Yeah.
well, they're good drivers. It's just a different simulation.
I'm with you.
A little different than real life.
Well, also in real life, you'll hear some of these drivers talk as we follow here with the 92 of Greg Klein with his little battle there between the himself and the 84 Josh Bittner. They'll say like how the air comes off of these cars. It almost acts like a little bit of a cushion that they kind of sit right there when they're up against the wall. That kind of actually helps prevent them from hitting it. Now, of course, it doesn't do all that much if your car just drifts on up. But, just it helps just enough to keep it right there.
You know what I was thinking about today? I wish somebody would get a hold of NASCAR and say, there's this young man named Jonathan Osborne who can drive the hell out of a race truck with his mouth on iRacing. They need to build him a seat and custom controls and stuff. I want to see him take the wheel of one of these trucks out on a track.
Ooh, well, as you say that, he's getting himself a little bit of a Miami stripe again up there against the outside wall. But yeah, no, he's definitely a extremely quick driver, and I mean, I think a track like this, he does struggle a little bit more on trying to keep it up close to the wall without hitting it. I think that requires a lot of super finesse movements. But I mean, even road courses, we'll see that 81 machine charging up through some of these fields.
Yeah, I mean, let's not just volunteer the man. He might not want any part of being in a real race car, but I think somebody, somewhere, bigger than us,
Somebody's got some pull.
Should do a story on how awesome his whole story is about, and how he does this, and it's just amazing, really. So maybe someday he'll get some publicity if he wants it. He may not even want it.
Yeah, he might not.
He's a humble guy. But he's a funny guy too. We got some pit the guys coming down.
Yeah, that we are. We had Jeremiah Burke, the first one to kind of crack that seal and come on down into pit road. Now the 33 of Vaught, followed by the 01 of Keel, Adamson, Mayberry, Cawthon, and Everidge. Endicott trickling on down into the pit lane. So I guess it is going to be a pit party down here as everyone heads on in. Looking at lap times, yeah, it sounds about right. About 2 seconds a lap slower than when they first started this run. But Timothy Pope staying on out here. Same thing with that 64 of Robertson and the 55 of Wittenberg. Maybe, again, they're trying to push this run just as long as they can, knowing that, something could come up here at the end where they're going to want the freshest tires available to them to try to pick up that race win.
Kyle Vaught pointing out Josh Bittner out there got a brand new paint job.
Yeah, Track Dogs.
Chud on the deck leg too.
TrackDogsRacing.com or TrackDogs.net. Check that out. That's his site.
The official Chud machine.
Yeah. And merchandiser of AAA.
I like it.
I'll tell you what, the orangutan guys have AAA on their tailgate. So I love the
Oh,
fact
sweet.
that these guys take care of us, and but it's just putting a sticker on their car. We don't pay them. We don't have any money, you know. They're
Yeah.
doing it on their own, so that's cool. Kind of a nice
80
tribute.
81 left a little bit more black rubber on the outside wall there.
All right, here comes that 27, Timothy Pope on down into pit lane. Not necessarily the trickiest to enter as the 55 and the 33 meet up as the 33 gets his lap back there. Timothy
think the
Pope
pit-
on down into the pits, but it's this pit speed that's the problem. 50 miles an hour.
That and the pit exit, you're on that flat apron trying to accelerate as fast as you can.
On
going
new
through that
tires.
Turn 1, yeah, on new cold tires in turn 1, so not easy.
Yeah, well, Wittenberg still staying on out here at some point. You would think Ricky noticing everybody coming on in, he would probably come on in as well. As you can see the guys with those fresh tires, just, you know, I can't even say driving, they're flying right by him. Here, as you could see, there's the 53 and the 64 getting their laps back there.
92 coming out of the pits, merging back into traffic.
And coming out in front, right in front of where Earl Evans is. And speaking of, here comes the 55 of Wittenberg on down. Looks like Josh Bittner, he's going to get some bonus points here for leading a lap. Again, points not really mattering here tonight. It's just about all where you can finish here. And maybe that guy that you've been having a battle with all season long, give him, you know, have that little upper edge going into the next season. As here comes Mayberry getting his lap back.
I just like to say I led a lap, you know, with these guys. There's so many good drivers out here.
Very competitive. Yeah.
Leading the lap would be fine with me. Because normally I'm in the back. I'll be honest with you. Getting
And that's the
doors on my
screenshot
teammates.
that you share, you know, on Instagram or whatever. When the scoring loop comes back around, it shows you.
Yeah, look, I'm in first place.
Check me out, folks.
I mean, I was a champion in Michigan, but other than that, I couldn't. Like a track like this is very tough to drive. It's definitely have to be skilled here.
Yeah,
Leading from the lead now, Josh Bittner.
Yep. So that means the 14. Oh, it looks like the 14 coming on in. So we're almost done. How about this for a person who's going to get some lead laps? Earl Evans, the bad luck 13 machine. I like how, other than his roof, he actually doesn't have numbers on the side of his truck. It's just the 13 with the 13 inside of the 13.
Which is awesome. And a big AAA on the door.
Yeah, absolutely love to see that as
She's a beaut, Clark.
as we continue to run this thing on down. How about that for Jess Vaught coming in at the right time and having a very quick pit stop as Earl comes on down into the pits now himself. So the 33 now taking over control of this race lead. He's going to have the 53 Jeremiah Burke and the 64 Trevor Robertson trying to catch on up to him here. Timothy Pope, who was in that lead, I thought, in my opinion, may have stayed out just a little bit too long.
Yeah, that couple of seconds per lap, it adds up really quick. The longer you let that go on, the more you're going to suffer.
Yeah, it's true, but everybody has their reasonings here. I mean,
Yeah.
Albert Anderson's up and inside the top 10, America's driver. Good to see him. Dave Mayberry's in the top 10. The nickname, Kelly Keel. Good to see these names, familiar names. Andrew Player, Coffin.
How about this for a top 5? Vaught, Robertson, Pope, Burke, and Adamson. So your 4 championship contenders have now made it up there into that top 5. And then, of course, no surprise that Timothy Pope is up there as well. Pope, I think, would have been a championship contender, probably, but he had rejoined kind of mid-season and points-wise and whatnot, just wasn't able to quite make it in.
Now, that just goes to show you that this little system that they have here for getting to the end it works. I mean,
Yeah.
all these guys are definitely worthy of being up there. Nobody can say that they aren't all running the top 5 here.
And if I remember right, I think kind of last season, similar thing. They at least 3 of the 4 were just having a heck of a night on the championship. Really good system here, good setup. And look, we've been in lots of leagues. We've watched the races everywhere. Usually, when you get into the playoffs, if people aren't in the playoffs, they start tapering off. And we've had championship races where there's like 10 cars, right?
Yeah.
We still have a good crowd tonight. 23. Now, that's not probably what we start with, but that is a lot.
Oh yeah, and we would have even more, but it sounds like a lot of people had work issues. Like Jonah Long might have had some stuff for school, because I know his schooling's just summer stuff is coming up, and just life things happen, and sometimes that's how it is. I mean, it happens in the middle of a season here as well, right? Like occasionally it's just apparently everybody's work boss decided like, hey, no, you're gonna stay late tonight, and it's like, oh man. Well,
yeah, summertime, we got vacations, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. 329 Anderson makes his way on around the 18 at Andrew Player. Last season's defending champion, not able to defend it here this season. Had a pretty good run, just wasn't quite good enough to stay on up there in the hunt, as he's right around here inside of this top 10.
Oh, there's the train. Man, that means we're going to have a good night. We had a good night last night when that train started rocking. Man, we got into some craziness. We won't get that crazy here tonight, I don't think. But
oh, no. I mean, we're almost already to the halfway point. We're on lap 41. Halfway is just at the completion of lap 50, where everything's going to get re-racked and stacked on up here. So, man, oh, man. This is turning out to be a fantastic championship run here.
Super clean out there. I wonder if the last 25, 30 laps are going to be this clean, because this has been something else.
I don't know. I'd like to see maybe. You know what? I'm not even going to say it. We're going to have one caution anyway. That's plenty of
some anger.
The competition caution's fine with me. There's still some good racing throughout the field here. So let's just see what happens when they re-rack them. It's going to change the game. It's going to go back to, inning number 1 or whatever. Oh, last night we got on to baseball. I have my anger with baseball.
About the designated hitter rule and all that?
Yeah, and where they put the guy on second. And stupidity. And,
was that last night or night before last?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. They're all run together. I thought it was last night, but maybe not.
Still having some good runs out there. As you can see, the top 3 currently all in a line. Font, Robertson, and Pope all racing here pretty close together. And then about 2, maybe 3 seconds on back, you'll see Jeremiah Burke, his good friend, the 88 of Mike Adamson, former teammates before the team imploded here this season. That was a fun...
yeah, that was drama, wasn't it?
That was some fun stuff. I'd like if we were real life and had ESPN covering it, that would be like the whole thing, breaking news.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they call it silly season, when they talk about all the drama and all the stuff going on with the teams.
And who's gonna not return and who's gonna jump ship to this team. And
well, that's just it. They're running out of things to talk about right now, because it's really just baseball is the only thing going on. And so they got to make stuff up for the next couple of months.
It's over now, ain't it?
It's been over, yeah, man.
Hockey's over, basketball's over.
It's America's pastime is going on right now, and racing during the weekends. This is the perfect time of year right here. Rangers are on TV over here. They're up 3-1, by the way.
Sweet.
They're having a heck of a season.
I'm blocked out again down here. So.
Yeah.
Ooh, here comes that 64 of Robertson, lap 46. looking to the outside here of that 33 machine. Looked like the 64 on this run stuck closer to that outside line, kind of like Ricky Wittenberg was during that first run. Coming up to some lap traffic. That's that 57 of Russ Endicott here.
Oh, baby. See how they handle this.
Yeah, Russ.
Ooh, he's going to come on down onto the apron. Oh, and he's coming on down into the pits.
I think that slowed Vaught down just
it did.
enough.
Yeah, big time.
And it did just a little bit. Obviously, the intention was not there to slow him up. It was just bad timing, I think.
I didn't hear him on the radio either, though, saying 57.
Yeah.
He just gotta hit the brakes and turn left.
Well,
Hell out of Vaught.
the best part about it, we're going to re-rack them here in about 3, so
Yeah, that's right.
it'll be okay. As long as nobody crashed on that. If somebody crashed, it would have been kind of tragic.
They probably would have made that the stage break. Because they're about to close the pits here, aren't they? Laurie's going to close it at the start of, what, 49 or 48?
I thought 48, but
48.
no, I'm not
49.
hearing her tell them right now.
49, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, because that would be the 2 laps. 2 laps to stage.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the back end of Mike Adamson's truck, and with the lights, the Platinum Racing just glows. It's really cool. iRacing has such good graphics. It looks so real.
A lot of that came this year, I think, Alan, didn't it? With the graphics layers, what do they call it?
The pit map. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever it's called.
Yeah,
That's
with all
cool.
the
Pits are
chromes.
closed.
Meanwhile,
Pits are closed.
yeah, pits are now closed. Trevor Robertson in front of that 33 Avant, followed by Timothy Pope, Jeremiah Burke, and Mike Adamson. Kaylee Keel having a pretty good race there with the 88 machine as well, as these guys continue to trundle their way around the track here tonight. Back across the line goes the 64. So here we go. White flag is out with a little bit of that furled up yellow, ready for that stage break. And I know these guys, they're ready to take a break here as well. They've been racing very hard and very clean for quite a while now, but this race is absolutely flying by as the 64 rounds out of turns number 3 and 4. Down across the line, and that is your stage. Oh, with some last minute overtaking before that caution came out. 329 of Anderson sneaking by a couple spots.
Yeah, the thing is here, though, the points that we saw awarded for stage finishes, it's not happening tonight. This is just kind of give everybody a break to add some strategy. Points are out the window here tonight. These guys are
For all the
doing
marbles.
top 4, right? So
Yeah, they're shooting dice in Waco tonight, right here. This is it. We're shooting dice. Somebody's going to have a 22 in their boot. Somebody might have a 38 in the truck. See who can get to it first. Isn't that what we're doing here?
I mean, that might
Yes.
be
Sorry,
what might be what you're doing.
probably not that drastic, but it's still, it's just as fun as a dice game in Waco. I can tell you that. It's exciting. You never know what's going to happen. This has been a great first half of this race.
adrenaline's pumping.
Yeah.
I'm trying to battle my stomach acid right now by just trying to send more beer down than
It-
acid coming up.
That usually works, Just keep pumping it full of
Yeah.
barley and hops. You'll be okay.
Yeah.
As here they come on down into pit road. Not quite the time for that money stop, but either way, you're definitely not wanting to make a mistake here at this point, as pretty much everybody here on the lead lap making their way on down. Earl getting a little squirrely down there, coming on down into the pits. Yeah, looks like some clean stops there. Ooh, Ricky absolutely flying on down in there. Man, that looked pretty clean.
Yeah, you can drive through a pit box. You just can't drive through multiple pit boxes.
Yeah, like the one in front of your pit box.
Yeah,
Ooh,
but Ricky
racing
gets
off the
down.
line. Ooh, it's gonna be close. I think Vaught got Robertson just by a nose there. Oh, as the 10 is going around on pit road.
Well, yeah.
I think I don't believe anybody got hit or anything like that. Just the 10 going on around. Of course, I can. Oh yeah, just trying to put that power down. That was kind of what caused that little bit of an issue here. Let's go ahead and let's talk to one of these drivers here tonight. How about we talk to the 55 Ricky Wittenberg? Been solid here in this race down there, part of the Ain't Dead Yet team. So we get to talk to the man behind all these fantastic paint schemes of Ain't Dead Yet, Mr. Ricky Wittenberg in the 55 machine, and been pretty racy here tonight there, Ricky. You were looking fantastic on that first little run, and then maybe staying out just a little bit extra after, and then coming on out of the pits there. So having a great night for you in that truck here today.
Yeah, I'm not quite as fast as a couple of them, but I was trying to hope for a caution there to catch the people a lap down. Didn't work out. Still drove back up to 8th or so. I'm pretty fast. I'm better on the top side, but you got to be really careful because you can jump the cushion and hit the wall, and I've done that a couple of times. But, looking probably just for a top 5 and trying not to interfere with the championship 4. That's the other thing.
Well, we love the paint job, the Scarecrow paint job on the 55. Next season, you're going to start off strong. I mean, we're about to roll back into it next week. You did pick up a win. Was that last season or this season? We were discussing that.
Last season here at Homestead.
Last season. Okay, so next season you're going to start off strong, try to fight for a win, get a win early. I think you're one of those guys. You try to win them all.
I mean, I'll try to out-strategy everybody because I'm usually not as fast. So if I pick up a win, it's usually because I've just got lucky or I'm a little bit smarter sometimes because my right foot's it don't hit the pedal as loud as some of these other guys do.
Well, you're doing good tonight up there on the high line. Keep getting after it. Maybe we'll see you up there in the podium tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to give it all I got to try to get there in top 3.
He looks a lot like Brewster Baker in the picture.
Kind of does, doesn't he? That's we get everybody all stacked back on up and ready to rumble here with Jess Vaught, Trevor Robertson starting side by side. 53 Jeremiah Burke up there as well. 01 Kelly Keel getting a fantastic pit stop there. He's going to be restarting up there in 3rd. You're going to have, no, it's just because Tim Pope's laying back. Timothy Pope's up there. Anderson, Eaton, Adamson, Wittenberg, Mayberry, all up inside of this top 10. And this is it. The final 50 laps of this season is even less than that. It's about 45 as that pace car comes on down out of the way. Green flag is out, and away we go. It is time to lug nut up and shut up. It's go time.
Oh, man, that was a good one. Whoa, somebody's around. Albert Anderson.
Oh, Anderson. Oh, everyone's slipping and sliding. Oh, it even looks like that 33 of Just Vaught had an issue there in turns 1 and 2 as well. He lost a few positions.
Old tires, boys. Watch it.
And, well, that's the thing. They, especially with the long green flag runs, you get comfortable running on, older, worn, everything's all kind of feeling good in the truck. You get into that rhythm, and then you think automatically you can get right back into it. No, that is definitely not the case.
Yeah.
Chan the Man saying he's going to have 5 or 6 new paints for the next season. Can't wait to see those.
Ooh.
A bunch of sparks back there. Somebody scraped the wall there.
Yeah, it was around Chachi, but it also looked like somebody was blinking as well. I didn't know what was going on there. It's a 14 machine of Dustin Eaton was going 3 wide there just a little bit with, looks like that was the 29 of Mayberry down on the far bottom. 81 Osborne in the 14 there as well. Just now trying to fight his way back from a little bit of a slip up here. Didn't kill his race. You know, it's not... he's still got a good shot here, but he does have some clawing back to do. That's allowed the 88 of Mike Adamson to crack up into this top 4. Timothy Pope still racing around inside of this kind of podium here as well. Jeremiah Burke in that 53 machine trying to hunt down his way to his first season championship. Same thing with that 64 of Trevor Robertson currently out there in front. Jess Vaught is the only one in this Final Four that has a championship win. So there's a chance we'll be crowning a new first-time champion here tonight.
I like the other guys' chances, man. I mean, everybody in that top 4 is a tough driver. I mean, chances we'll see a new driver win the championship. 3 and 4, huh?
I like the odds. I'm known not so much anymore, but you know, our local bookie here. It's very difficult to come up with odds and whatnot, but man, this one was easy. It was just 25% chance for all those drivers. They're all fantastic and really good, especially at this track. All came in here with some high expectations, thinking that they were gonna race here pretty good and have a pretty good feel for this track, and man, it's absolutely showing here tonight.
Yeah. Speaking of bookie, I have an app I'm trying to get figured out. It has to do with horse racing, so we'll have to talk off air, Brown, about that. I know you dabble in some of that stuff.
Yes, I do.
It is.
You don't want any of my picks here this year, though. Oh man, I've been.
Well, I just want you to help set it up. You know.
It's fun to watch him do it and bet live and stuff on. Remember, he shared his screen that time.
Yeah,
I did. Yeah,
betting.
That's fun
That
to watch.
was awesome. We got to do that again, Brown.
Yeah.
Well, I love seeing you lose your money right in front of us.
yeah.
Watch the horse
That's
race.
exactly what's been going on this year.
yeah.
I've been losing all my money. As the 82 of Everidge tries to make his way around that 13 of Earl Evans. You also got David Kelly in the 49. Haven't really talked about David Kelly here much this season. Part of that team Tang. He's going side by side with the 14 of Eaton.
Another Team Tang member, Andrew Player, sitting right here in 7th. Good, clean-looking race truck that he has out there for Team Tang.
Give me 1 second as I figure out all these buttons here once again. We do have some drivers joining us here with their driver cam on up. One of those is that 18 of Mr. Andrew Player, looking all comfortable in his rig, got his race gloves on. He's definitely trying to hunt down a solid finish here tonight. How about one of those championship contenders trying to pick up the race win here tonight? Jeremiah Burke in the 53 got his race camera on up. You can see the focus he's got. Heck, he's even starting to lean into the corners a little bit, even though it's not doing that much, believe it or not.
Isn't that playing Mario Kart?
It feels like it though when you're in the.
Oh, it
driver's
absolutely
seat.
does.
Yeah.
And of course, we're also joined by our good Canadian buddy, Mr. Greg Dobson, up there in the Toronto area, joining us with his driver camera as well.
Glad he's back out there after that failure, engine failure early in the race.
Oof, it's a little twitchy there behind the 57 machine, trying to get everything all corrected and back up to speed. 92 Greg Klein hunts down the 01 of Kelly Keel, one of his teammates here this season. But in the meantime, 53 of Burke and teammate Timothy Pope. No, excuse me, not to used to be teammates. Excuse me,
Yes.
used to be teammates. Not teammates anymore, but so I should say a good friend of Jeremiah Burke, Timothy Pope, in a pretty good battle here for second and third. But Trevor Robertson, man, he is definitely, absolutely loving this race here tonight. He's been up towards the front pretty much all race long and hasn't really looked on back, the Arkansas native.
Full 8.5 tenths ahead of second place Jeremiah Burke right now. Let's see if he can maintain it. That Gorilla Glue machine.
See, Now this is a perfect time for brainstorming. Maybe we can create our own app. We can bet, or we'll be the bookie, and we can bet on these races on iRacing. And
Have
House
the
gets
fans
10.
vote.
Yeah, they can bet and they put their money in. House gets a 10% cut. Because that's
For the
what we
big
need.
guy. Yeah, 10%.
It's always you gotta give 10% to the big guy. Everybody knows that it's part of the deal, right? Good idea, man. See, that's called collaboration. Yeah, we'll work on
Yeah.
that app. Hopefully, get it going by 2024. Yeah, the old big guy. That guy does all kinds of things. He does whatever he
He's
wants.
doing very well. He's doing
He's the
very
big
well.
guy. He
Oh,
has his
man.
family members don't get in any kind of trouble for breaking, federal laws. Because he's the big guy.
Adamson making the early pit stop here, maybe trying to shake up the strategy.
Man.
Coming on in with about 30, little more than 30 laps left to go here. Ooh, we'll have to just wait and see how that one's gonna play on out. I mean, we do have some guys that are starting to get a little bit inflated of lap times here, but I don't think they're all that bad just yet. Definitely not new tire worthy, but gunning for a championship, you sometimes got to roll that dice and gamble a little bit.
Yeah, do the opposite, right? Sometimes. That's what he's doing. He's hoping that'll help his chances here towards the end.
I feel like when Costanza did the opposite on Seinfeld,
He
everything
had
worked out. Yeah, everything worked out.
A great day.
Whatever he was thinking, he did the opposite, and it was perfect for him. But you're going to have to shake it up because that's probably his only chance to get lucky with changing his strategy there. Ooh, some battling right there.
Hey, you ain't kidding here. Ricky Wittenberg, Andrew Player, Kelly Keel, Greg Klein having a little bit of a four-person fight out here inside of this top 10.
Of course, Klein and Keel teammates running side by side here.
And you can just
The
see the
vigilante force.
you can just see the difference in the lines that these guys are holding, and there's not a lot of squeezing going on that you might see at other tracks. There's some healthy distance between these drivers.
And
Hey,
Klein
look.
just not getting the run off the corner from running that high line you'd expect that he would get. Go ahead there, Adam.
No, I just wanted to point out Kelly Keel's paint. I love those neon green wheels. I mean, it's it's him. You can't miss
There's
it.
no
there.
mistaking him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know how it is, because he's, real life, dirt racer, it gets dark at the local road, the local dirt track at night, especially after the final race. Everything's all muddied up, and it's hard to see, and you don't want someone else stealing your wheels or anything like that. Well, if they're painted lime green like that, ain't nobody gonna be stealing your wheels.
And it's not just lime green. It's almost phosphorescent looking. It looks like they're glowing.
Yeah. Well,
There's some tritium in that paint or something, maybe. I don't know.
ooh, can you get that off a catalytic converter? Because you can get those real easy out here. You just need a Sawzall from Harbor Freight, and you can get all kinds of tritium. Found that out the hard way before.
No, that's
Ooh-wee, this is good.
that's platinum that you can get off of cats.
Yeah.
I think you get everything out of there.
You probably can. It's probably doing more harm than good to the environment, But
Yeah.
either way, you got Timothy Pope, Jeremiah Burke battling for second place here. And of course, if you're Trevor Robertson, that is exactly what you want to see. Battle going on between the people behind you to allow you to continue to... Oh, it's Jack Dixon having a little bit of an issue, and he jumps down into the pits.
Yeah, and it's just time to start pitting, I think, for a few of these guys that split the first stage. Now some guys split in the second stage.
Let's see what happened here as he comes on down, hits his pit box. Looks pretty good, getting one set of tires. Now going to the other set of tires, and then goes to peel on out, and then just stops. and then tows it back to his pit box.
Uh-oh.
So I don't know what happened there for the 48 machine.
I mean,
Canada's having problems. Are they? What's happening up in Canada where they're all having the issues?
Well, I don't know, but here comes that 27 of Timothy Pope. He's not going to gamble like he did on that first run here. He's going to be one of the first ones to trickle on down into pit road with 24 laps remaining. Who else is going to join him? Looks like the 84 Josh Bittner trickling on down, so that's his teammate. Probably doing some teammate strategy talks going on out there. Oh, one Kelly Keel, though. He's still having a great battle, with Ricky Wittenberg and Greg Klein up here. They're catching on up to some lap traffic of Mike Taylor. Having just a solid night. Keeping it out of trouble. Jolly Rancher machine.
Well, Jack, if you're out there in YouTube land watching, drop us a line on the chat. Let us know what happened with your car or your truck there. Then you come out of your pits and just screech to a halt and tow. So,
And he's not back in it. As here comes the 33 and the 53, so they're not gambling with any of their pit strategy here. It's the 64 Trevor Robertson. He's also not waiting around to hit that pit box here as well. Again, it was going to be who was going to come on down first and then who was going to follow. And there you go. There's your answer as the 01 Kelly Keel leads the 92 of Klein down. Looks like the 29 of Mayberry joining them on down onto pit road here as well. So just a handful of people left to come on down. 55 Ricky Wittenberg leading a couple more laps here.
just waiting on the first guy to flinch, and once he does, everybody else is going to follow.
And Jess clawing his way back, trying to get back onto that lead lap here.
Yeah.
Not convinced that the race winner is going to be one of the championship four. I'm just putting that out there. I think that it's possible for one of these other guys to steal this thing away from the championship four. That way you have a different race winner, then you'll still have a champion. It's going to be whoever finished this the highest.
Right. Yeah. But
Greg Klein could sneak up there, or Chachi, or Cawthon. I don't know.
Yeah, these guys still want to win, even though they're not in the top four.
Yeah,
Pope.
I mean, just like you're saying, Pope running the fastest lap of the race, a 32.75. Absolutely blistering out there.
God.
Fastest
that's
lap
moving.
of the race. Beating,
It's almost a qualifying lap.
beating Jeremiah's Burke's time by a good margin there.
I'm more interested in who runs the slowest average lap, because I think I could be back there with them.
Well, so slowest average lap without having issues.
Without having it's just like a generally slow truck. No issues, just not that good.
I got a feeling that might be our new good friend, Mr. Kyle Vaught. I got a feeling you could probably have a pretty good race against Kyle.
Oh, shots fired.
Well, it's just because he's new. Once when he gets his feet going and everything
He's
like that,
been
he'll be
practicing.
good.
I haven't practiced. I haven't got behind the wheel in maybe a year. I just moved the wheel.
And that, back to the actual race that's at hand. Jeremiah Burke saw that Timothy Pope laid down a quick time. He's like, well, I guess I need to take it back from you. And then he runs the quickest lap of the race.
That's a dangerous game right there. Trying to do qualifying speed laps out there, just back and forth.
Oh, have you heard the team communications with Red Bull and Max Verstappen, where it's like, oh, just put it into mode 11, just bring it on home. It's like, who's got the fastest lap? Oh, well, so-and-so. Oh, okay. And then 2 laps later gets the fastest lap.
He got that extra point.
Yeah, that's just Max for you.
That's an extra point, man. That'll mean a lot at the end of the season. Maybe.
As
He ain't too far ahead.
No, as 88 and the 64 racing side by side here, and here comes that 53 Jeremiah Burke. Oh, makes contact with the 88. Oh, with 88 almost saved it hard into the outside wall, kept it going relatively straight, but he definitely has suspension damage coming on down and hitting that inside pit wall. Oh no, I think there goes one of our championship contenders here tonight.
Yep.
Got a fast repair. He's gonna definitely have to burn it here, but yeah. Adamson might be out of contention here after that contact from another championship 4 driver of Burke. My goodness.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, and didn't get a caution to at least help him a little bit either.
Okay, let's
so.
go back and kind of watch this one as it unfolded here from up in our chopper camera. Kind of see, you can see Jeremiah Burke coming through with some good speed, and the 88 of Adamson was kind of started out wide and just kind of kept trickling on down the racetrack. I think the 53 might have thought, oh, he's leaving that gap, he's not going to come all the way down. And then, the 88 machine most certainly did.
Jack Dixon had packet loss and got disconnected. I think that's what happened to him.
Oh man.
Oh, do you think he might have saw that his quality was kind of going and then just
Maybe
decided to park it, and then it finally got him?
It's a metric system, I think.
What's wrong with you and the metric system, man? The metric system is fantastic.
it makes a lot of sense. It does.
It's terrible.
It's terrible. It's
I
terrible.
don't know what to tell you. This is America. We use the whatever we call it, the imperial,
Imperial.
whatever.
The U.S. Imperial, because there's also a different Imperial.
Of course there is, because we're better than everybody else. We got to have the best. That's why. America.
Earl Evans, Jonathan Osborne, and Ricky Wittenberg all make their way on down for their final pit stops of this race. They were hoping for a caution to catch some people a lap down there, and well, they almost got it, and not in the way that you'd have thunk. But Timothy Pope out in front with the 64 Robertson charging up to that back bumper, and Burke not too far off of it here as well. Just fought in the 33 machine. He's hanging on back, just kind of playing the kind of lurker mode. Just, hey, don't worry about me, guys. I'll sit back here and make sure you guys, stay honest and have to race it out.
Man.
I've drank 1,700 milliliters of beer so far.
That doesn't
See,
do anything
that sounds
for me. I don't even know what
impressive.
that means.
That's a large number. It sounds impressive.
Yes.
That's probably like
1,770
3
milliliters.
beers, man. That's
Yeah, it's
probably
fine.
3 beers.
5.
I don't need the metric system in my life. They can take that to Europe and Canada and Russia or wherever the hell it is and shove it. I don't need it.
My goodness.
We have
Just
miles per hour here. Look
Chance.
at how fast Bittner's going. 177 miles per hour into the corner. We all understand that.
Yeah, but kilometers an hour will sound much better.
Oh, it's like
Yeah, but it doesn't make
280,
sense.
290.
280. Yeah, something like that.
My brain can't compute all that. No, thank you. We have to be a little different here in America. They want
Ooh,
one
going
world
around
government
was the
anyway.
84. Oh, what a snag by the 84 Josh Bittner there.
I
He
can't
saved it.
believe he saved that. The
did save
Chudzilla
it.
machine.
Kind of
Chudzilla was sideways.
That's a scary looking fish on that back end of that truck.
Yeah.
It started with a little bit of a contact there between the 29 and Mayberry getting the 84 machine around.
Yeah. See, Peyton understands. She said she only understands units
Freedom
of freedom. Yes, thank you. That's what I'm talking about. I don't need nobody telling me. I'm not doing this one world government thing they're trying to pull behind the curtain here. You just watch, people. That's what they're trying to do to you.
That's all right.
So there's a
Have some pride in America.
New Zealand guy that's got a distilling YouTube page called Still It, and he always puts it in metric, and then he says, and if you look up here in the corners of the screen, you'll see what it is in freedom units. even he knows it's called Freedom Units. You know,
I do love that channel. He does some fantastic
yeah,
stuff.
he's awesome.
But
dude.
as the racing here continues to grow, as the 64 all-season opening there on that 27 of Pope, and he flies right on by, taking the lead of this race. But here's one that will upset you there, Turner. It'll get you even more triggered.
Okay.
How do you measure ammunition?
That's a different thing.
The most American thing there is.
It's still different.
I measure it in
you know?
0.45. That's what I measured in.
Yeah, 45.
That's of an inch.
You're talking about like 9mm stuff and
Well, what do you
Yeah, I got a 9mm.
what do you think
I
5.56
knew
is? What do you
Yeah,
think
I
all those
know.
numbers mean?
but the 45 that's different. I think of a 45 too. That's a freedom unit right there. Tell me that bullet ain't of America.
See, Erickson was robbed. Told us, he said, the Imperial system makes you sound like an alcoholic. Imperial makes you sound like you're just having a good time.
Which one is
Erickson was robbed. Posted that.
does he mean the metric system makes you sound like an alky?
Yeah, that's probably what he meant.
I
Yeah.
think that's what he meant. That's funny. That's a good one. Yeah, 17,000 liters of beer. That's like 5 beers. man.
1,770 milliliter.
Milliliters. Yeah,
Yeah.
see. nobody
Thousandth of a
knows.
liter. Everybody knows that's what that means.
Ooh, Just Bought is about to touch the bumper of Burke.
Oh yeah, they were not leaving anything there, but I mean we're coming down to it already here, fellas. This one has flown by. 5 laps are left in
no.
this race. I thought we had like 20.
Ready?
Yeah, I thought we still had a little bit of time, but no, this one's coming to an end.
Oh man, I wish I never say this. I wish this race was about 50% longer for the championship, but these guys just went through it. They ran a good, safe race, and here it comes, man. This is the end. Adamson's trying to get back up there too, and he's
He's right behind the guy that
the lap car.
yeah, he's a lap car, but he's also on, fresh stuff. Maybe he had that extra set and everything, and so he's looking pretty good out here, and he's right behind the guy that put him into that problem, 53 of Jeremiah Burke there. Now, of course,
I hear the
I-
Jaws
yeah.
theme song music playing.
Of course, I say that there's probably going to be words spoken after the race, and everything will be a-okay, but... And so Vaught does finally make it past Jeremiah Burke here. The 88 of Adamson filters on through, or tries to filter on through as well.
He may be just trying to stay side by side with
they're
Burke
almost-
just to slow him down.
Almost making some contact there again, as well as the 88 come back up the track. And the 53, he's going to do some slicing and dicing there himself.
He may be just trying to slow him down. Could be.
I don't know what else to say there other than we got 2 laps left to go. 64, Trevor Robertson. He's got essentially a lap and a half left here and a second and a half gap behind him to Timothy Pope to win this race and to win this championship. Coming on down out of turns 3 and 4, down and back across the line. White flag is out, so we are going flag to flag racing here tonight as the field shuffles and bustles its way on down through these turns. One final time this season. Down the back straightaway goes the 64 Goodweiser machine. The Gorilla Glue has stuck with him all season long, and it's going to stick with him even longer as he comes on out of turn number 4, running back down across the line and picking up the win and the championship. Trevor Robertson, your season champion. Timothy Pope with a valiant effort out here tonight as well, finishing in second, and Jess Vaught coming up just a little bit shy there tonight in third.
Yeah, this was a great 161-kilometer race, and real proud to see Trevor Robertson out there in that Gorilla Glue machine just putting on a clinic of how to race here in Miami. He just there's no doubt that he was very dominant here.
Yeah, Burke, right there, fourth. Unfortunately, Anderson. I'm not Anderson, but
Adamson.
Adamson. Yeah, he had that issue, so he's not. I think he's got 21st on my screen. Rough one
I'm
for
going
him.
to be able to talk to all of them here.
Yeah, we're still going to
in
get
the
to chat with them.
interviews.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
There won't be a lucky draw driver tonight because we're going to talk to all the championship before.
Ooh, he's burning it down. I'll be head to the beach after this.
How about Tim Pope too? Not championship eligible, but still putting on a heck of a show out there.
Now watch out for him next season. How
Could
about
not
that?
catch Robertson.
That indeed. Well, in the meantime, let's go ahead and get these interviews up underway, and we'll start things off kind of unfortunately here, a little bit of a rough finish for that 88 machine of Mr. Mike Adamson. Looking very strong here tonight, running up inside of that top 10 and even getting up into that top 5 as the second stage was starting to get underway here, Mike. And I know not exactly how you want your season to finish, but man, it was a pretty solid run for you here tonight.
Yeah, it was definitely a little battle, but yeah, disappointed on the finish. I really didn't have much of a speed for him. Struggled a little bit, so I figured I'd do a little early pit strategy. Got out front there for a little bit, but I just knew they were eventually going to run me down.
So a little silly season question here. How's the team and everything shaping up for next season? Are you staying right where you're at, or has there been talks of new team formations or anything like that? Give us the inside info.
No, I think Greg and I are going to run Platinum next season. So far, I mean, I got a couple invites out there. If anybody takes, great. If not, Greg and I will run a season by ourselves.
Good deal.
Well, heck of a season, and we're going to start this next season back up, I think, like next week. So, good luck
rest
to you.
of the
You got any shout outs before we let you go?
Just thank my wife. Like I said, I always thank her for putting up with my hobby. I thank Greg, big help at Team Platinum. Thank you guys in the booth, put on a wonderful broadcast as always. Jess and Lori for putting on the show. We'll be back next season. We'll go get them again.
At that, indeed, a little bit of heartbreak here in the final race, but a solid season overall for the 88 machine of Mr. Mike Adamson. Man, congratulations on making it into that final 4 here, buddy, and good luck coming up here next season.
Yep, thank you guys. Have a great night.
Yes, sir, indeed. And with that, we'll move on up to tonight's second place. We're going to be bouncing around here quite a bit here, folks, as I would say we're going to talk to tonight's second place finisher, but apparently not quite yet. He's not in there quite yet, but we can talk to somebody else though, a driver who was pretty racy here tonight as well inside of that top 4 heading on into this final race. Mr. Jeremiah Burke joining us here in the booth once again. And Jeremiah, man, I just absolute heartbreak out there, having a fantastic run and just kind of getting caught up, and it was definitely a tough. All the big names were bringing out the big guns here, and it was just a very difficult but entertaining race.
Oh yeah, it was man, it was just, you were gonna have to beat it on speed. You couldn't do it on strategy, and then we were also evenly matched, and then I guess Mike tried to do it on strategy, and we were passing him there when he was on older tires, and I can't blame him. He had to hold it tight, and it just didn't come down a little too much and got me, and that slowed me down just enough, and I couldn't fat battle with Trevor anymore. So, but he had to do what he had to do too. So I'll take the third. I really at least wanted to get second, but that didn't work out so well either at the end. But me and Jess had a great race, so it was a blast. It was honestly probably one of the more fun races. So I think everybody did a great job.
It looked like y'all are having fun out there, and yeah, man, this league is very competitive, and you guys, for the most part, are pretty evenly matched. And it's we come into these races thinking, well, who's good here, and I mean, it's roll the dice, I mean, it's all you guys are good. So, but great effort out there tonight. I'm sure you're looking forward to next week starting the new season with All Star Racing.
Oh yeah, I mean Nashville, well, another one of my favorite tracks. So we'll go there, and then another road course after that. So next season should start off pretty good.
Technical tracks are your forte, my man.
Yeah. It seems like every time I was looking at my wins this season. I got the Coliseum, Bristol Dirt, and Sonoma. So I mean, well, I'm all for the challenging tracks because apparently that's my bread and butter.
Well, not a bad one tonight. Didn't get the exact result you wanted, but still up there. Who'd you like to give some shout outs to?
I'd like to give a shout out to All Star Racing, of course, Albert, Dylan, and Larry. Dylan and Larry will be with us next season now. All four of us will be on the track. I would like to give a shout out to Albert for bringing me over here because since I've joined All Star Racing in the VRL Vigilante Racing League, I have not finished outside of the top 5.
Oh, wow.
Man, that is some definitely pretty good stats to have, and I know the team owner is going to be very happy about that one as well, man. Well, congratulations on the 4th place finish here tonight, man. You definitely fought hard for it out there here this evening, and also congratulations on making your way up there and at least putting up a fight and making it into that top 4, man, and good luck next season there, buddy.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one. Of course, I'd like to congratulate Trevor on that. He ran a really, really good, smart race and no mistakes, and that's what he needed to do. He's the champion.
And that indeed he is, as we move on here from that 53 machine, and we get to talk to the 64 of tonight's race winner, and more importantly, season champion. His Discord name has officially been updated to the Champ ×1, Mr. Trevor Robertson, with the great win here tonight, man. Congratulations, Trevor, picking up the race win and the championship win. It was definitely looking like it was going to be a knockdown, drag-out fight, all coming on down to whose driver's skill is going to do what here. And you definitely brought out the big guns here.
Oh, yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, that's definitely a tire battle, and who could save just the right amount? If you saved too much and had enough tire, you still didn't have enough speed to pass. So it was all about rhythm and trying to keep them tires quiet.
Well, you did Team Goodwiser proud out there, taking the race win and the championship this season. So the big question on my mind is the Gorilla Glue paint staying? I mean, you can't really take it off now because might mess up your mojo there.
I kind of still need to tell George and them, but I'm going to be running with Ricky and then the rest next season. So he's got a pretty cool paint scheme lined out for me, and we've got a theme going on. So it's going to be a pretty neat deal, I think.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. Robertson not running with Goodwiser next season.
Excited to see what you got in store for us next season there, buddy.
Oh yeah. I'm not real picky with who I run with. Whoever they ask me, it's like, hey, you want to run with us? And Ricky always does the paints, so I kind of feel like I owe him one. So I'll definitely run with him.
Good luck.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, he'll make you a great paint, that's for sure, man.
He's made all of them I've ever run in the league. So
Well, yeah, exactly. And maybe he'll get you something super special since y'all will be teammates. But how does it feel to be a champion, and who would you like to give some thanks to?
man, I guess I don't really know. It's just another race. Just I guess a little bit more on top of it. But I give a shout out to the Goodwiser team there. We ran good all season. I really enjoyed running with George and Mike, Jack, Chandler, and Austin. And I'm hoping to have equal success next season. And shout out to Jess and Lori for putting this thing together and ready for next season. And shout out to you guys in the booth for for the great commentary and a good laugh every week.
Man, well, we appreciate it out there. And of course, one final time, a big congratulations with the fireworks all going off, Mr. Trevor Robertson and the Gorilla Glue 64 Good Wiser machine picking up the championship and a race win here tonight at Miami Homestead. Man, congratulations. Go and celebrate it, but don't celebrate too much. You got to come back as the season starts up here next week here, buddy, and good luck maybe trying to do a whole repeat performance.
All right. Thank you, guys. Yep. Consistency is key and hoping for the best.
And with that, we head on up to our final interview here of the evening, and it's going to be of a race owner, top 4 contender here as well, and 3rd place finisher, Mr. Jess Vaught in the 33 machine. And I got a 2-part question here for you, Jess, because it was a fantastic race to finish off this first kind of half of the NASCAR season, first season here for this format for the VRL and all of that. But it was definitely tough out there. It looked like you had to bring your absolute A game. Nobody was really making mistakes. And I mean, even your mistake, it probably cost you a little bit of time, and you could have been closer to Tim and Trevor, but man, you guys were just so quick up there tonight.
Yeah, I think it would have been an awesome finish if I hadn't done that. But that restart there after the stage break, I was on the low side, obviously cold tires, and I saw Trevor go to the outside, and I didn't want to wash across his nose and take both of us out of the race, and so I pulled the wheel just a little more down, and it was more than the wheels could take, and it hit me sideways. But I think if that hadn't happened, it would have been a hell of a finish. Still kind of a hell of a finish between me and Burke. Yeah, so it was a good time. I'm really pleased with this season, and I'm happy for Trevor Robertson. He ran an impeccable race from start to finish. He had a plan, and he didn't have the small mistake like I did.
And
is that
go for it? English.
Go ahead.
No, go for it.
I was going to say, is that pretty much the key here to Miami? We heard Jeremiah talking about how everybody's so evenly matched, and a lot of the time it will come down to strategy. And then question number 2 is, what changes can we expect to the league next season, if any?
Okay, yeah, I think it does. I mean, you've seen over the last 5 seasons, the game and the skill within this league has, it's risen dramatically, and you can see it in how close we are able to get to each other, and how tight these battles are, and how fun they are, hopefully to watch. But yeah, for here at Miami, first of all, you got to be fast, and so once you got that figured out, then it's going to come down to the small mistakes, or the, just a slight too much turn in the wheel or something of that nature. Usually, unless you get racing too tight and somebody ends up touching you. But hey, man, I think this was flag to flag, if I'm not mistaken. It was a hell of a championship race. And then as far as next season, we don't have any dramatic changes in play. We just wanted to divide up the season for the regular NASCAR season into 2 for us, so we could crown 2 champions within the season. I mean, and going the entire year without kind of ending it is a long way to go. So we went with this format, and we're kicking off. We're not even waiting. And we're starting off next week. I think it's Nashville. So. Yep.
Yeah, well, I don't know what y'all are doing, but the formula is working. We do a lot of leagues, and y'all have, seems like every little season it gets tweaked a little bit better, and y'all are, it seems like, just from the outside looking in, and I'm not trying to blow smoke or nothing, but it's just smooth. I mean, everything flows smoothly in this league, and
benchmark.
I think following the NASCAR like y'all are doing, it's helped, pretty much everything. So you had a good run. You didn't get it, but now we got another season here in a week. You can get that one. What do you think about the next season and some shout outs?
Oh, man, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to Nashville, ready to get after it again. And these guys are great. First shout out goes to the members of this league, and tremendous respect that they race with each other with. I'm proud as a league owner just to see how well everyone runs, and the room they give each other and the respect they give each other. We don't always get it right. we make small mistakes. We get mad at each other like brothers, but in the end, we always work it out. So that's so first of all, that shout out, and number one shout out goes to my wife, Lori. Couldn't do this without her. Wouldn't want to do this without her. I don't think the league members want me to do this without her. So, because she does so much for all of us, and I probably wouldn't have the time to do the things that she does. So, I love her. Thanks to her for everything she does. My son Kyle joined the league. I'm excited about that. So I forgot to mention that Kyle's coming in next season. So that's somebody I get to put into the wall. Looking forward to that without any kind of retribution. And Taylor for being my number one fan. She's been pulling for me all season, and I told her even when Kyle gets in there, she can't pull for him. So that's just how it's got to go. And then to you guys, man, it's showing off our league and all that we do, and just making it the marquee league that it is. Thank you.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congratulations on the third place finish here tonight, and again, congratulations on a fantastic season here. And getting this one all finished off, man. Good luck coming up here next season, and we can't wait until next week on Wednesday.
Yeah, man. Looking forward to seeing you. Have a good night.
And that concludes tonight's race and this season from the Vigilante Racing League. And boys, we had a fantastic championship race.
Yeah, it was. Like you said, flag to flag. As far as accident cautions go, we had that stage break that kind of gave everybody a little breather, but man, guys kept it clean enough to run this thing as long as they did and as clean as they did under green. It was just great. I love the strategy, seeing that part of it come out, and it wasn't easy. We had guys spinning, and luckily there's a lot of runoff area here, so you didn't have a lot of unnecessary cautions. But yeah, man, it was rough for some guys, but I tell you what, it was a great race to watch.
Yeah, it was. And flag to flag, you really can't beat that in a championship race. And I'm looking forward to next season, which is already next week. Let's keep this thing rolling. We got some good momentum.
That indeed. Well, before we get next season all kicked off, let's finish off this season with our official race rundown here and tell everybody where their favorite driver ended up finishing here tonight. With your race and season champion here from Miami, Trevor Robertson in the 64 Gorilla Glue machine, picking up that race win, man. Great running. Same thing with that second place finisher, the 27, Timothy Pope, having a great run tonight as always, having a fantastic run. Then you got the 33 of Mr. Jess Vaught having a good run there as well. And you kind of heard from him there. He just made a slight bobble. He thought could have maybe been up there towards the end as well, but a solid third place finish for him. 53 Jeremiah Burke having a fun race out there and some good battles as well, finishing in fourth with the 01 of Kelly Keel. Man, those lime green wheels with the phosphorescence and everything, it's definitely helping him pick up some of that speed. He's up there in fifth with a fantastic race. 92, Craig Klein having a great race as well, up 6 spots, tied for your hard charger of the race. That tells you how good these guys were here tonight. We got a lot of people up 6 spots here. To finish in 6th, though, is the 92. 18 of Andrew Player had a pretty good run as well. Just didn't look like he could find the speed that would be needed to pick up a race win here tonight, finishing in 7th. Same thing with the 29 of Hot Rod Mayberry. Another top 10 8th place finish there for him. Man, that was absolutely fantastic to see. And 84 Josh Bittner also tied for that hard charger, up 6 positions to finish here tonight in 9th. With the 55 of Ricky Wittenberg rounding out the field's top 10.
81 of Jonathan Osborne finishes in 11th. He's up 5. Albert Anderson, America's driver in the 329, started outside row number 3, and he'll finish in 12th tonight. Let's see. Andrew Cawthon will finish in 13th in the 10 truck. The 13, sponsored, not sponsored, Earl Evans in that awesome paint out there tonight. I'm glad we got that fixed. Up 3 spots to finish 14th place. The 15th place will go to Mike Everidge in the 82. 14 of Dustin with a Y, Dustin Eaton, down a couple spots here, finishing in 16th place, but still on the lead lap out there. The 49 of David L. Kelly is your first truck 1 lap down. He'll finish in 17th place. 18th will be George Rincon in the 28, also 1 lap down. 2 laps down is Russ Endicott in the 57. Rounding out your top 20, Mike Taylor in the 98. The 88 of Mike Adamson, one of your championship 4 out here tonight with some contact with another championship driver, the 53 of Jeremiah Burke, and that'll earn him a 4 lap down finish in 21st place. 22nd will be Jack Dixon in the 48, and the 085 of Greg Dobson finishes in 23rd. Both of our Canadian drivers finishing in the back of the field tonight.
Of course, big thank you once again to Miss Lori Vaught picking up the slackers here and being race control once again, as always, doing a fantastic job. Although these guys did kind of make it easier on her here tonight. Didn't really have to do too much on her end, but fantastic nonetheless. As always, we thank you all for tuning in and watching, because you guys are the reason why we do this and have such a good time of doing it. If you haven't done so already, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, so that way you get alerted every single time that we go live. And if you enjoy any of the fantastic racing that we have to offer, be sure to hit that thumbs up button as well, so that way Adam Turner can finally understand the usage of the metric system. Of course, we also have to say a big thank you as well to Blue Fox Properties and Dave Mayberry over there. Give them a call at 520-850-4189 if you're looking to buy or sell a house in the Tucson, Arizona area, or anywhere across the country. He and his 18 years of experience can definitely help you on out. And man, no one's offering anything free these days, but he's offering you a free consultation. So definitely be sure to give him a call and look him on up, because this housing market is just getting crazier and crazier. Be sure to get yourself a good quality realtor today. Well, that does it for us here tonight. We got some short track racing coming up on Friday night with the Numb Thumbs Racing League late model series that, man, has been a little bit of a wild ride, and who knows where that tornado is going to land us here coming up this week. But until Friday night, I'm Alan Brown for Alan English and Adam Turner. We're signing off.
We gone.
See ya.